But Mike, I don't go to the gym. I don't need this language. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of the language that we are going to learn today is language that you can use in other situations as well, not only at the gym. This is because we are going to focus on language that you can use to be polite, friendly, and helpful while sharing space and equipment with other people. So even if you have never been inside a gym before, I still recommend watching this video. However, there are just 4 gym words that I need to explain before we continue. First, we have reps and sets. The word reps is short for repetitions. When you lift a weight 1 time, that is called 1 repetition. But we usually just call it a rep. Usually, people do 6 to 12 reps. Then they rest for a bit before they do 6 to 12 more. Each of those 6 to 12 reps is called a set. So if you lift a weight 10 times, rest, and then lift it 10 more times, you did 2 sets. Then we have spot and spotter. In this picture, one guy is lifting weights and the other guy is spotting him. Spot can be either a noun or a verb depending on how you use it. And a spotter is just a person who spots. Now, the first 2 situations are going to be situations that you will only have at the gym. But after these first 2, all of the other questions and answers will be things that you can say both at the gym and outside of the gym. If you see someone lifting weights and you want to offer to spot them, you can ask, "Do you want a spot?" "Do you want a spotter?" Or, "Do you want me to spot you?" Also, the gym is a very informal setting, so you are welcome to leave out the word do. For example, instead of asking, "Do you want a spot?" you can just ask, "You want a spot?" And to be a good spotter, you should also ask, "How many reps are you doing?" And you shouldn't touch the weight unless they are really struggling. So if you are the person lifting the weights, you should tell your spotter something like, "I'm going to do 10 reps. Don't help me until the last 2. That tells them, the first 8 reps might look a little bit difficult, but I know what I'm doing and I can do it. Please do not touch the weights until I get to the last 2 reps. Next situation, you see someone using something that you want to use, and you want to know if they will be done using it soon. First, you can ask, "Are you going to be using that much longer?" "How much longer are you going to be using that?" Or, "How many sets do you have left?" Yes, you can also ask, "Are you almost done with that?" However, I don't recommend asking it this way because it can sound a little bit rude, almost like, "Hurry up, I want to use that." And this is true not only at the gym, but also anywhere that you might need to share things with other people. And if someone asks you one of these questions, we usually reply with an amount of time or the number of sets that we still have to do. For example, "I'll be done in 3 or 4 minutes." Or, "I have 2 sets left." Or you could ask them, "Do you want to work in with me?" This basically means, do you want to take turns using the machine with me? You can do your sets while I rest, and I will do my sets while you rest. However, if someone is not a native English speaker, or maybe just doesn't spend a lot of time at the gym, they might not understand this question. So if you are not sure how much English the other person understands, you can ask either, do you want to take turns? Or do you want to go in between my sets? Likewise, if you want to use a machine that someone is already using, you can ask either, can I work in with you? Or can I go in between your sets? Also, sometimes people will ask you questions like, are you using this? Or, can I use this? However, if you are using something, and someone asks you, are you using this? The answer is yes. But if they ask you, can I use this? The answer is no, and this can be a little bit confusing. So instead of replying yes or no, it's usually better to reply something like, I'm using it, or you can use it. You might also hear people say, you're good. This is just an informal way of saying, no problem, or go ahead. So in this case, it means, I'm not using it. You can use it. Finally, sometimes you might not be sure how much of an area someone is using. So if you want to ask if it's okay for you to use an area, you can ask either, am I okay here? Or, am I in your way here? And again, if someone asks you one of these questions and you want to let them know that it's okay for them to use that area, it's usually easiest to just reply, you're good. But if you are using that area, saying just no sounds a bit strong. So I recommend telling them how much longer you will be using the area. For example, I'll be done in 3 minutes. So yeah, those are most of the things that you will need to be able to say to people when you are at the gym. But if there's anything else that you would like me to teach you how to say, please leave a comment and let me know.